What's up, everybody? Welcome to another VPN chat. Now, this one is going to be, listen, y'all go ahead and just get your giggle box already ready because this is going to be a good one. Going to be laughing the whole time. This man constantly keeps me laughing. Matter of fact, before we started recording, I was already laughing. He already asked me, Carlton, what you laughing at? He asked me that every time. And I'm like, bruh, you're just a funny guy. But I present to you all the way in Los Angeles, California, Mr. Ronza Bee. What's going on, man?
What's going on, KC? What it do? What it do?
Nothing much, brother. Nothing much, man. Thank you for being here with VPN Chat, man. Looking forward to having you and talking to you, man, about the many Victor Productions adventures we done had.
We had quite a few.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I want to say this, and I'm happy to see that you're drinking some water. I don't know if I've ever seen you drink water. Like every time I see you, it's a libation. I'm like, oh, he don't have a libation today.
Carl, so we have water on set. I do drink water. I drink water all the time. It's just whenever you see me, it's libation time.
It's
so
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like I'm shocked to see water in my presence right now.
It's a work week. I got my laptop over there on pause, ready to get back into it. So yeah, got to be focused.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, man. So let's jump into it, man. This acting thing. So how'd you get started with the acting, sir?
Well, you know I've been acting a fool all my life, so
Oh Lord, here we go. See, this is why
I
people.
may as well.
This is why.
Well, I mean, I have.
I'm
I
always
mean,
laughing.
listen, I've been acting a fool all my life, so I was like, okay, I may as well put it to some good use. So I started taking some classes, and it just spiraled out. Work with you on the Lovers Lane, and it's just been going on, going and going ever since then.
Well, you skipped a
I think
step.
that's
I'm about to say we actually started with the Lyons
what.
Den. The Lions
Was
Den
the
started.
Lyons Den? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we first met. So
Was
yeah,
that my first one? Yeah, it
yes.
was.
So we met through Shataria Stokes. Shout out to Shataria.
Yep.
I was looking.
Shay.
Yeah, we just we brought back the Lions Den for season 6. And I needed somebody to play Bobby's older brother, and she was like, "I know somebody who
Right.
can play. I know somebody who can play the part." Da, da, da. And then this is when you come in, and I must say, Jared wasn't intended to be on the show as long as he was. It literally was like no, it wasn't for real. It was just like I saw it as a probably 1-2 season thing, him popping in, popping out. But honestly, man, you made such an impression on me. Um, first of all, I believe you got because I think we had somebody casted. Well, not casted. Had somebody cast, and then they dropped out. And then that's when Shay was like, "Oh, I know somebody who can do it." And I think you got the scripts like maybe a week or
Yeah,
two
because
before.
Shay and I had met on a separate project before then, and she was telling me about some of your work and stuff like that. So when she hit me up, I was like, yeah, cool. And I had to binge and watch to catch up to see what was going on. And them first couple of seasons, them episodes were long. I was like, good Lord. I was like, I done binged before, but shwoo. But I
Yeah,
got
man.
caught up and I was able to slide right into the role of Jared. So yeah.
Yes. So yeah, man, like I said, you came in. I think what really, first of all, again, I was just impressed with that you came in and you knew all the lines. Like you was really super prepared. Not that I don't have actors that aren't prepared, but it was like I said, you got the scripts later than everybody else. And you came in, you was just super prepared. And I'm always honestly, I'm always a little nervous when I have people from out of town coming in to set because it's like I want to make sure that everything is running smoothly and that it's an enjoyable experience, even though we are working or whatever. But I want to still make sure that's an enjoyable experience, especially for people who it's their first time working with me. So I want
Right.
talk about you coming in. Like you said, you came in on season 6 and you came in and you shot that weekend. That day actually. You came and shot one day. So talk about your experience when you first came into doing the Lyons Den.
When I came into the Lions Den, I mean, like I said, Shay and we had already met. The vibe was good, you know. I think I was in a scene with Kiara too, because I think she was playing my girlfriend,
Yeah,
and
Kiara.
we
Yeah,
got
she was.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been my girlfriend. So we had a whole screaming match outside of the law firm. So it was real fun. I mean, everybody jailed together. You know, first I was like, okay, let me see what I'm doing. Let me see what I'm doing. But like you said, I like to be prepared. I like to know my lines just in case, you know. I'd rather spend more time with other stuff like blocking or wait a minute, we need to do or lighting ain't right versus me. Oh, I need to learn the whole script again. So yeah, I always like to be prepared. And you know me, I'll change a few words, you know, to make it flow. So
Yeah, man, definitely. Like I said, you definitely left an impression on me as far as that. Like I said, you were very prepared. It was for me though. It was that one particular part when you and Shay had that stare down in the office, and it was like
Mhm.
you leaned on her desk, and I was like, this man is incredible. I don't know what it is, but I said this man is incredible. I said, yeah, Jared has to be expanded. We gotta we gotta expand this part.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
you're welcome, man. So what was your thoughts again? And for people who have never seen the Lions Den, I don't know where you've been at. There's a
Right.
hundred there's a hundred
100
episodes
episodes.
there's 100 episodes there.
Right,
So
exactly. Exactly.
um, but if you
Catch up. Watch it.
right. But if you haven't seen the Lions Den, as we said, Jared is Bobby's older brother. He's an attorney, but he also has a side job. He was a male escort for gay men. What was your thoughts when you found out that that's what Jared's side hustle was?
My side hustle was like when I was like, okay, well, he's an attorney, he's making good money. Why he need to be doing all this foolishness? That was my first thought. That was like, I'm like, is he in debt? Do he owe somebody some money or something? Like, what's going on with this man? Like, who hurt him? He got to be out here doing all that. So then I was like, oh, then I read into the script, like some of his cases was taken from him and given to Bobby. I'm like, oh, they taking money out of this man's pocket. So it's like, okay, well, I said, this is gonna be an interesting little ride.
Oh man, that's funny. But I loved you and Shay's y'all's banter. I think
Oh yeah.
that's part of the hilarity of Bobby and Jared's relationship, the banter between you two. Like you said, you can like y'all already knew each other, so y'all had that chemistry already there. But you didn't also I mean you banter with everybody pretty much. You banter with Chantel.
Right. Yeah. Jared was bantering with anybody. And I remember that one scene him and we and Shay had where I added some stuff that wasn't even in the script, and she was like, Carter, you can't keep that. Carter said, let me look at it. Oh yeah, we keeping that. She was like, are you serious? I was like, hey, you cut me. See, and I would come to sit already in Jared mode. So
Yeah, that was
I
apparent.
would walk in the door in Jared mode.
Oh man.
Carter be like, we hadn't even started yet. I said, hey, I'm in character. I'm in character. I walked in the door already in Jared.
But yeah,
Ready.
yes, and like I said, you bantered with Chantel. I'm that scene where y'all was in the office on season 7. That was hilarious. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see, yeah, like you had a scene with my
We got
sister.
into it one time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me and you got into it once.
Chantel,
Me and you got into it one time.
right. Right. Me and Chantel got into it one time when she stopped by the house. Yeah.
Yeah,
She stopped by the house for something. And as soon as she walked in the door, we was going at it.
yeah, definitely. Who was your favorite character on the Lions Den?
On the Lions Den? Oh man, let me see. Favorite character on the Lyons Den, other than Jared and his foolishness.
Yeah, other than Jared.
Other than Jared and his foolishness. I would have to say uh Daddy Ward. He was something serious. He didn't play. You know, he would get Bobby and Jared together.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I had a
He would
feeling.
get so he
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, he didn't play. He would get us together. Like even we was acting a crazy plum fool. He didn't play that. So he was one of the characters that I was like, oh, okay, he doing his job as the because we're supposed to be a family of power attorneys, but he definitely showed us who was the boss.
And I was about to say, I had a feeling you was gonna pick a Ward because, and I see you still in character because Jerry definitely obviously did not like the Lions. He cannot stand the Lions. From your perspective, what is Jerry's issue with the Lions family?
With the Lion. Well, you got to realize the Lion family, even though Bobby and Jared were always into it, that's still his little sister. You see what I'm saying? And then every time you turn around, there's a new Lions popping up. They were popping up like popcorn. Like, how many kids does this man have? And so, like, why you want to be a part of this family? They're in the gutter. They everything about them is dirty, but you just in love with this dude. And you know, we didn't even know who the baby dad was at one point, but still at the same time, why is you so wrapped up in this family like this? It was like they're trash.
So even though it was revealed that the daddy, your daddy, Jared and Bobby's daddy, was also involved in some sneakery. So the Lions are still trash, even though the awards ain't as clean either.
Well, sometimes you have to keep your dirt clean. See, we kept our dirt clean. I mean, we had a lot of dirt going on. Daddy Ward had a lot of dirt going on. Jared had a lot of dirt going on, but it wasn't public knowledge. Perception is everything.
Well,
in the wards,
go ahead.
We made sure our image was all that.
What I can appreciate about you and Shay, y'all are going to defend y'all characters to the end. It's like people can throw stuff at you, you go like it's always gonna be a defense, no matter what.
You got to. War. All the way to look, all the way to episode 100. Wars.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Who's your least favorite Lions?
My least, it was so many of them. Hold on. My least favorite, it was so many of them. I can't even keep up with all. My least favorite line. Hold on. Let me think. My least favorite line. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to go through the roster.
Oh goodness. Do I need to run them down for you?
Yeah, run some of them down.
So
I'm going
Lucas, Keisha, Raven, JC, Ryan, Sean, Malcolm, Aisha, and Kevin Stone's character. I can't think of his name right now. Quentin.
It's a lot of them. You wrote it and still can't think of all of them.
and then cousin Shaquan, she wasn't a Lions, but she's still in the fold. Jared still put her in the circle, even though she's not a Lions. But yeah,
right. Quentin and Jared had a run-in, so you remember in the deck?
Yeah,
they had a run-in, but he wouldn't be. I think it was the one that which one was supposed to be Bobby's baby dad. I think I didn't like him the most because
Come on,
he just
Ryan,
wasn't doing right by my sister.
her husband,
Yeah, her
Ryan.
husband. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He wasn't about that. Always on the go with his little book tour and whatnot, and never at home and all that good stuff, which led her to run around. But see, Bob was wrong for sneaking out on the man with his brother, but that's a whole nother topic. But you know.
Oh man, I can't wait to get Shay on here because
and, and,
I know Shay is
and
going to
who
go
directed?
ham.
I know which character. What Sheree? For somebody that was married into the family, she actually thought she was the matriarch of the family.
I mean, listen, she practically went through them. She went through the brothers. So I mean, she
But you married into the family. How you think you the boss? She about worse than Nick and Newman.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of soap operas, let's move on to the next thing. We got to talk about Lover's Lane. That's the next show that you were a part of. You came in,
Yeah.
you guest starred on one episode of season 2 at the end on the finale, arresting Nelson's character, and then your character came in season 3 and on. Talk about your character on Lover's Lane.
Lover's Lane. I played the dirty cop. The cop. He was a serious character. He was all over the place, fighting people, choking people, shooting people, yelling at people. He was just doing it. I remember he was. I mean, he was an interesting fella. I remember the first day on set. You know, right before we started filming, all the characters was there. It was like okay, everybody's doing their own thing. I'm just looking around. Everybody's doing their own thing, and they weren't paying me no attention. I guess I wasn't. You know, I'm the new kid on the blocks, so they was just like only one person recognized who I was, and that was Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she walked in, she said, "Oh, you that old dirty attorney from the Lyons Den." I said, "Oh," I said, "You the preacher's wife from hell." On Lover's Lane. But Lover's Lane was I really like Lover's Lane because it was a different range of everything, you know, between the playing the dirty cop and trying to be somewhat of a decent brother, but that turned out to go nowhere. So and all you, Lover's Lane was one of those that you had to be watching to pay attention because you always threw something different in the Lover's Lane, something that we was least expecting in the Lover's Lane. It's like, where's he going next with this one? You never knew with you.
had to keep y'all on your toes, man. Had to keep y'all on your toes.
I mean, one minute we in harmony, the next minute somebody getting shot, and the next minute somebody having sex with somebody they wasn't supposed to be having sex with. It was a whole lot. kids kids popping up that we didn't know we had, that people didn't know they had. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. We talk about this a lot. The scene with you and Jones when y'all basically ad-libbed the entire scene. The scene
No
yes.
script.
Yeah, it was and I'm trying to remember exactly what happened because this I had the script for that scene, but I was just like, I think I scrapped. I was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. And I just said, y'all just
Yeah.
I told
I
y'all
think
what
you had changed something.
yeah, I just told y'all what needed to
I think
happen.
you had changed something earlier.
Yeah. I
And
said
you was like, this ain't gonna work.
yeah. I said this ain't gonna work. So I told y'all this is what needs to happen in this scene. Y'all just go for what you know. And here you go. And y'all definitely
And we
did
was
just
like, we was like, because we done learn these lines, and
Right.
we ready to hear action, so we could deliver what we hadn't studied, and all of a sudden we got a blank canvas.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I looked at Rand. I
I'm
said,
trying.
well, I guess we better go ahead and paint.
Okay. But I'm trying to remember exactly what happened that I was like, I scrapped those lines. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. But I just remember that y'all definitely delivered, and it
That
turned
was a
out
good scene. I still watch that scene from time to time.
yeah. That was one of the best scenes of that season for sure. I would definitely have to agree with that. All right, we're gonna talk about this. I only asked Kevin this, and I meant to ask each Lover's Lane actor that I've interviewed so far, and I've neglected to do that. But I remember now that I'm here with you. So apparently, majority or basically everybody on the cast did not like the season 4 cast picture. And honestly, that's actually one of my favorite ones. Because people didn't really see the vision. I was like, guys,
Okay.
this show is a soap opera, and y'all know the soaps have big cast pictures. I said, y'all,
Right.
we have to do a big cast picture. Here we are, season 4. Like, everybody's here. We're gonna go ahead and get this picture. And yeah, nobody likes it. So I was like,
I liked it though.
okay, I thought so. I think Ronza likes it, but I mean, I think Ronza's like the only
I
one.
did like it.
I think
I
Ronza's
liked
like
it.
the only one
I
that
did
liked
like
it.
it. It goes back to what I said from the when I first came on the Lovers Line. That cast, they had they little core group. They didn't have room for others. So for them to see everybody on there, they felt some type of way, I guess. But the color, the blue, I thought it was pretty cool picture.
Yeah, I like the only thing I would change is if we would have had more time to actually dedicate to it, I would have changed the structure of it. But
Mhm.
we didn't have a lot of time. Like I said, we filming. We had her to get this picture done because I mean there was no way I was gonna be able to get all the cast together again to do a picture separately. So I was like, no, we're gonna get it done when we can. And like I said, I honestly, it's one of my favorite ones. I like it because again, I love this about me. I love big cast pictures. I love
Yeah,
big group
it was big. I
pictures.
mean, we was up
I
there
love
looking,
it.
we was up there looking like the Georgia Mass Choir, but we was up there.
Not the Georgia Mass Choir.
The Georgia man, it was a lot of people, but it flowed because it went from character to character, and it showed who everybody was connected to all the way to the end. So
Mhm. Well, thank you,
so I
Ronza.
I, I liked it.
Thank you,
I
Ronza.
liked it. I liked it. But like I said, of that core group, they just wanted their little core people up there. Kevin and Nelson and Felicia and a couple more. They just wanted their little people, and that's it.
No, but you know what though? Real talk though, it wasn't them. It wasn't them. That was the issue. It
Who didn't
wasn't.
like it?
No. It wasn't them. It
I
wasn't.
know.
But I'm not.
Oh,
I'm.
okay. No,
We go.
I was just joking.
I know. I
I was
know
just
that.
joking. I'm just
I
messing
know.
with you.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But we're gonna keep it positive though. But I'm gonna say, yeah, there was basically okay. This is the open forum. So basically, somebody did say, and the people that Ronza mentioned, it was not them, but somebody did
Okay.
say, can we do this picture over again with just the core people? And I said, well,
Oh,
yes, that did happen. And I said no. And I said if we would do the picture over, you wouldn't be in it.
oh, oh, oh! They
So
thought they were core and they weren't cool. They thought they were core and weren't core.
yeah, well, listen, yeah, exactly. And the crazy thing is, I guess the person was like, "Well, I thought this was a collaboration moment." I said, "No, I'm all about collaborating, but what you're not going to do is tell me what to do. Like, try to tell me what to do. Like, you're the one
Right,
in charge. No,
right.
that's not how
Can
that
we do it
works.
over with the core people?
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's not a suggestion. That's not that's not a collaborative suggestion. That's something that's borderline narcissism.
Right. And that's
Honestly,
funny that they thought that the funny part is they thought they were recording and well, guess what? If we do it, you're not even gonna be in the picture. So
exactly, exactly. So I was
right.
like, yeah,
They
you
thought
might
they
want.
were doing something.
I was like, you might want to mute it.
Like Brother Matt said, you might want to pause. You might want to pause.
I'm just saying it was yeah that you saw again when you're dealing with when you did that's the but that is I will say that is the negative thing about dealing with a lot of people. There are so many personalities that you have to manage.
Mhm.
So it's
Personalities and
yeah.
everybody want to throw their 2 cents in. Instead of taking direction, they want to give some direction. Well, you're not the director.
Listen, according to some people, I'm not either. But listen, that's another topic for another day.
Well, we'll let some people do their thing.
Let me stop being
You
messy
know
on.
me.
Let me stop being messy on this thing. Let me stop. Uh, my God, my God. Okay, so we're moving on. Sweet Mahogany. Sweet.
Oh, mahogany. I need mahogany.
That was another thing I meant to
That's
mention
my
too.
joint there.
Ronza is going to sing these theme songs because that was the thing about the Lions Den
I love her.
when we remixed the Lions Den. Ronza will always come on set singing the Lions Den theme song, and so when same thing with Sweet Mahogany, Ronza will always sing that theme song when he sings the
I
movie.
like a good theme song now. I like a good theme song. Kendra be doing her thing on the songs.
Talk about you played Tony on Sweet Mahogany. You played Mahogany's baby's father. So
Yeah.
talk about
Um,
your character and the Sweet Mahogany experience.
I like Tony. Tony, people. A lot of people don't like Tony. Tony, all right with me. Tony got this hardcore side, but when it comes to his daughter, he's like soft, ooey gooey, you know. So he plays both sides. Tony gonna get the job done. Tony has a strong love for his daughter, and he wants to know where she is and that she's safe all the time, which is what any father should be concerned with when they have a child, whether they
Mm-hmm.
with the mama or not. The safety of their kids. So and he's cordial with baby mama, but things kind of got out of whack once she moved and wouldn't tell Tony where his child was. So
Mm-hmm.
Tony had to take drastic measures and get custody.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of things happened after the custody that was beyond Tony's control. So with the
Oh,
you
so
know
this show we definitely pushed the envelope with this show for sure.
a
We
lot.
had Tony doing some things. What was your thoughts when you read this script? You was like, "Oh, I gotta do this. What's going on?"
Right. No, it's the final entanglement. I hadn't read the script yet and didn't know. Because when we filmed in what was December,
Uh-huh.
and we was at the house and they was talking about a scene, I was like, I said, oh, they got that type of scene. They was like, and all of a sudden y'all got quiet and had these little smirks on y'all face. Y'all looking like he ain't read the whole script yet. He ain't read the whole script. I'm like, what you mean? Oh, you need to go read the whole script. Kenny was like, bruh, you read the whole script. I'm like, what's up with the script? Oh, y'all.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
when you on your way back to LA, take some time to read the script. So I finally got back to LA and read the script. I was like, oh, no wonder they was looking like that. I'm like, what is we got going on here? I was like, okay, I got to pray and get my mind. I got to wear the whole arm of God now.
Well, listen, I mean, because first, we're gonna get into the whole movie thing too, because you definitely played a big role into that. But yeah, we were ending. Like we did 2 seasons, then the show turned into two films, and I was like,
It did.
we gotta wrap this thing on up. So I said, why we gotta push the envelope even more with the final
You
movie.
pushed it hard. You pushed the whole envelope. You pushed the envelope. You pushed the table over. Every dang thing fell.
Well, yeah, definitely, guys. For people who have been asking and wondering, yes, we do have a final Sweet Mahogany 3, the final entanglement. I'm actually editing that right now. I'm editing that right now.
I think they're
So,
gonna like it. I
yeah,
think the people are gonna be pleased with the final
yeah.
entanglement.
I think that I know for a fact they're going to enjoy it. I'm just hoping that they don't ask for another one.
I
Don't
can't even say what I want to say. Well,
don't
they can
don't.
ask, but hey,
You know how
you
you know
won't
how,
receive.
you know how people do, man. You be like, all right, this is it. We wrapped it up.
Is
Oh,
it?
what a
I
fourth one
still.
at?
Well, what happened? What happened to? I know. What happened to this? What happened to that? Like y'all, but you know these people ain't never satisfied. But that's a good thing, though.
It
That means
is. It
they're
is.
enjoying the stories, and then they need. It's kind of like when some of your favorite shows end. Like we would even though Tyler had to go ahead and end halves of the half, we weren't ready.
Nah, nobody ready for that finale. But child,
No,
that's a whole different
nobody was ready.
that's a whole different thing.
I know. But he made sure it was in.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said nobody was ready
No,
for that because he made sure that was a wrap. That was it.
nobody. Right. It's it. No more haves and the have-nots.
Right,
It is not.
right, right. So yeah, as we mentioned, Sweet Mahogany went from a series to a film, and again, Ronza was very instrumental in that. So we're gonna both tell the story together because you were actually in Miami. I was not. I was in Augusta. I was supposed to go, but some things happened. I wasn't able to make it. So, Sweet Mahogany was a part of the Miami Web Fest, and there's official selection. And we was there. It was screening, and then I'm
We were
chilling.
nominated too.
Yeah,
We were
we were
nominated.
nominated. We were nominated for some stuff. But I'm chilling, right? I'm chilling. I'm actually no, I'm actually getting ready to go to bed. And Ronza texts me and says, "Hey, because Ronza know I don't like talking on the phone. Ronza knows that for a fact. And so Ronza texts me and said, "Hey, you have to. I'm about to call you. I need you to pick up the phone." And so
Right.
Ronza calls me and says, I'm paraphrasing. I'm gonna let you tell the actual story because again, you were there. Ronza says, "Hey, we didn't win any awards, but we won something
No, I said
we won something even
yeah.
better."
I said I got some good news and some
Yeah,
bad news.
that's what it was. That's what she said. Yes, and he was like, "We
I
didn't
said, you
win."
want the good news first or the bad news? You was like, give me the bad news. I said, well, you did not win not one single award. And you looking like, you paused like, if that's the bad news, what could possibly be the good news? I said, the good news is we got something better than an award. I said, we got distribution with Maverick Entertainment. You was like, no. I was like, oh yeah. I said, that's better than a trophy. I said, the guy that won the trophy actually told me, he said, I'd rather have what you got than this trophy. I said, yeah, we about to, I said, we bossing up now. We bossing up.
Honestly, that definitely took us to a whole different plane because I'm gonna be like to be 100% honest, and I would tell people this all the time. Because people ask me, "You should do a film. You should do a film." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna do a film. I'm good on that." And when you told me that, I was like, "Oh, well, I guess I'm not good on that. I guess I am going to be doing a film." But I want you to talk about Miami first before I move on with the rest of the story because
Yeah.
again, you were there, so you talk about that.
So when I we were in a workshop and I was actually sitting next to Eric. Doug, he was on the panel, and we were just sitting there chopping it up and talking, going back and forth. They was interacting within the actual workshop, and Erica was sitting next to me and we was talking, and then she said, "Well, yeah, we always looking for new stuff and blah 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 blah." And she said, "Well, what have some of the projects that you worked on?" I said, "I've started naming the Lyons Den." I said, "Also, our new project is Sweet Mahogany." She was like, "Sweet Mahogany?" She said, "We really like Sweet Mahogany." I said, "Do you?" She said, "When this is over with, you got to meet Doug. You got to meet Doug." I said, "Okay." So as soon as the workshop was over with, everybody was leaving and still talking and chit chatting. So she walked me up to the front to introduce me to Doug. And Doug, she said, "This is Ronza Bee. He's in He said, Sweet Mahogany." He said, "Oh yeah." He said, He said, "That's one of the only reasons I'm here."
Oh, oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that part. I didn't know that part.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He said, "That's why I'm here." He said, "I want Sweet Mahogany." He said, "We're here to offer Sweet Mahogany a distribution deal." And so I said, "Well, Carlton, the writer director, he's not here, but he said, "Well, we'll make the big announcement when it's time during the award ceremony." So I knew we were going to get it before it was announced.
Come on, somebody. Come on,
Mhm.
somebody. Yes.
But I had to
Yes.
keep it to myself.
Yes.
So I waited until after the war because we were running slow of time, so they had to get us out of there and get us to the after party.
Mm.
So they couldn't officially announce it. So he was just on the stage. He said, "Oh yeah, and Sweet Mahogany got distribution." He just blurted it out, and then that's when they kicked us out, and we had to go over to the after party. And everybody was like, and so when I got over to the after party, everybody was like, "Oh my God, congratulations, congratulations!" And I called you while I was on the way leaving there to the after party to tell you.
That's dope. That's dope. I did not know that part where that he was there specifically for that. I
For
didn't know
Sweet
that.
Mahogany. Mhm.
Yes. That's
That's why
awesome.
when I said Sweet Mahogany and I was talking to Erica, she perked up. She was like, "Oh, Sweet Mahogany." She said, "We did. I need you to talk to Doug after this is over with."
That's cool. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
I also want to say too, this actually all of this was in correlation. All of this happened. And people know I don't like to talk about this because it still stings me to this day. All of this happened when our YouTube page got shut down. Like all of this was going on when the YouTube page got deleted. And I was like, oh man, we had all these numbers. I was like, dang, like it was just again, it was just a sad time. But it
Right.
pushed me into understanding the new level that we were going to
Oh
with
yeah.
what we were doing. So I ended up having the conversation with Erica and Doug. Shout out to Erica and Doug and everybody at Maverick. I ended up having a conversation with them, and because they said they don't distribute series, they distribute films. So we talked about how we could transform the episodes and make them
Mhm.
into a movie. So season
Right.
one became the first movie, season two became the second one, and the rest is history. And that's how I got my relationship with Maverick Entertainment. So definitely a shout out
Right.
to you, Ronza. I appreciate you, man, for being a
Thank you.
representative. And you again, you are very
Yeah.
instrumental in the foundational work of why VPN now has a total of 15 movies on the streaming services.
Hey, that's what. Hey, you know I'm with it. I'm with it. Whatever it takes to get to go to the next level.
Yes,
I keep some stuff brewing.
we know. We absolutely know. Absolutely. Speaking of
Keep
films,
some stuff brewing.
no, go ahead. What you say?
That's why I'm just stuff brewing. So
Speaking of films, we want to talk about the Saved and the Salacious film.
Saved and the Salacious.
Yes,
The,
absolutely.
the one that they need a part two, part three, part four.
Well, to be totally honest,
Uh-huh.
when it was called Three Way, because originally the project was called Three Way, this was a series, so it wasn't a movie. It was pitched as a series. We shot that pilot, recorded the music and
Right.
everything, and we had opportunity with a network, and you know, I had the pitch meeting. They was like, yes, we're excited about it, but they was gonna give us a licensing deal. And as the industry goes, the industry is very fickle, and they can change their mind at the drop of a dime, and that's what they decided to do. They decided to change their mind, and it was like, oh, we're gonna move in another direction. So
Right.
even with that, I was pitching it to other you know, mainstream streaming services, and it was a no from there. So it was just sitting there. And for me, I was like, I didn't want it to just sit there because I thought this was a very, very well produced product.
It's very
Uh,
good.
yeah,
It
I
is.
thought the acting was great, the music is great. I was like, no, the people. I said the people need to see this. So again, shout out to Maverick,
It is.
and you know,
Right.
we shout out to Maverick. They decided they wanted to move forward with it. We I'm so used to transforming now, so we transformed that from
Right.
pilot to actual film, and now and we had to change the
Yeah.
name because they already had a project named Three Way, so we had to change it. And so, and I like to say the installation's better anyway.
I
Um,
do.
so
Right.
that gives it a better
I
feel.
well,
Yeah, that gives it a better feel. And so, yeah, they took it, and there you go. You guys can have it. So that is the reason why that if y'all are wondering why it ended that way, that's why it ends that way, because originally it was a pilot for a series, and there you are.
that's what I tell people. I said there's supposed to be more episodes because it was originally set out to be a series. But all of my people like, well, whatever he needed to do to give us some more, we need some more of that Saved and Salacious. It's because we want to know what happened to this person, that person. What happened to the guy that was beat up, and what was all that? They want to know. I was like, well, hopefully we can get some time. One thing I did tell him, I said, even if we do expand that project, it ain't gonna be no time soon. I see y'all. I see y'all might P Valley 2-3 year hiatus before y'all figure out what's going on after that one. It was like, but it was so good. I said it's definitely good. The music, like I was saying, my sister from Vegas called me the other day and said she had to watch it. She was like, that was her first time seeing it. She really, really enjoyed it. She wants more. What happened? I said, well, until he writes it, I can't tell you what happened. So I don't even know.
And but that's honest, because honestly, I didn't write beyond that. I just wrote the pilot, and that was it. So
Right.
it was like,
Right.
yeah, I mean, I in my head, I know what episode 2 was supposed to be, but now that it is a film, I have to. If no, let me preface this, y'all, because I got to give people the speech now. Y'all know I don't put the camera away now, so you know, I know people
Right.
don't like I know people don't like for me to say the R word, but y'all know what it is. All right, there we go. So
No, you just on a sabbatical.
see, no,
Use the S word.
I know we're not gonna use the S word. We'll use the R word. Yes, that's what we use it. But if
So
there were,
you gonna make some people mad.
uh-oh. I mean, I made people mad already, so I just might as well continue.
Hey,
I'm the
whatever.
I'm the
Go
I'm
ahead.
I'm the villain in somebody's story already, so you know it is what it is. But you know, first, seriously,
Right.
if there were to be a continuation, I would have to restructure my thinking from it being a series. It would have to still be in movie form, so that way. Because for me, I feel like even if a movie is a part of like a part two, a two-parter, or a trilogy or whatever, I feel like each part should still stand
Right.
alone. You know, it should still stand alone. I feel
Mhm.
like if I were to come in on, I'm trying to think of a trilogy. If I were to come in and watch Bad Boys 2, right? Even though I haven't seen Bad Boys 1, I should be able to watch Bad Boys 2 and still know what's going on. You know,
Right.
but it might evoke in me, it might, you know, make me want to watch Bad Boys 1,
Watch Bad
but
Boys. Right.
right, but I should still be able to come in and say, okay, I know the plot of what's going on in this movie and not be confused. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I try to treat.
Right.
That's how I
Yeah.
try to treat our projects. So I'm like, all right, if there were to be a Saved and Salacious 2, how can I write it to where, okay, it continues from part 1, but I can still watch part 2 and still understand and know what's going on without having to watch the first one.
Right, right,
So,
right.
but that's
I'm
it.
in and I still the part 2.
What you say?
I said I'm in Saved and Salacious, and I definitely want to know what's going to happen.
I'm sure majority of y'all do, but I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like,
Yeah, I like I said, man, I'm in a period in my life, man. I'm exploring other things right now, but I will say this.
oh, I feel you.
Yeah, I won't be so like before, before I was so tight on, no, I ain't doing nothing else. I ain't doing nothing else. I'm not as tight about it anymore. Like I'm willing to. Of course, I'm always writing. I'm always writing. So I'm willing to write,
Right, right,
and I'm willing to produce.
right.
It's the production aspect that I'm not bending on. I'm not doing that. So like, if I were to definitely find a production team that I gel with, and also that I could afford, then I wouldn't have an issue of producing a
Okay,
second one. You know. So
gotcha.
I'm gonna say never right now. Like before, I wasn't saying that, but I'm gonna say,
Okay, we're good. But at least there's hope, because somebody might want to collab with you. They might want to say, "Well, let's tackle something together."
yeah, we're gonna pray on that because
Hey, you
everybody,
never know.
everybody don't, listen, I've been in this game for 20 years and I know. So we're gonna pray on that for sure. I skipped the movie. I skipped the movie though, and that's why I had to look back. I was like, I skipped something. I skipped the Very Man New Year, and I was like, how can I skip that?
Oh yeah,
Yes, we gotta talk about
that's
that.
one. That's that was one of my favorite projects to work on with you.
And why
It was.
and that's and oh hold on, before we get on that, because I won't say why, but back to the Saved Installations, we I didn't really get you talking on that. So what was your thoughts on that film again? Because I mean, listen, I knew again, I guess as I stated, you do sing on the sets, but this is my first time actually hearing you sing, like sing. Like y'all, these men are actually singing in this project.
Right.
This ain't no lip syncing. These people are actually singing in this project. What was your thoughts on when I said, "Hey, I need you're gonna do this part. You're gonna be the lead singer of this group." Like, what was your thoughts on all that?
I was excited because I knew I would be able to bring what I needed to bring. See, you didn't know my singing level.
No, I didn't.
I come like I said, I come from church. So I was like, and then when I heard the songs, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fire. This is gonna be fire. I was excited. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm getting ready to sing. They get to see my true singing as opposed to me singing and cutting up, just being on set, cutting up behind the scenes.
Right. After that, like I said, again, I wasn't shocked, but I was just like,
You were shocked
I was
because
in,
I remember the day we were in the studio. You were
I, wa-
shocked
I
because
was in,
you was like, oh, you
I
was
know,
like, that's Ronza?
I will say I was
Like, yeah, that's him.
I was incredibly impressed. Shocked.
Okay.
Shock would mean that I knew you would. Shock would mean at the beginning I didn't think you could do it, and I'm surprised that you did it. That's my definition of
Right.
shock.
Okay.
I
Okay.
knew
Got
you
it.
could. I knew you could do it, but I didn't think you was like. I didn't think you could like sing, like, like.
Yeah. I can
I was like,
sing.
yeah, right. You can sing. Right, that's a sing right there. Was that your first time recording in the studio?
Mhm.
Okay. So how was that experience for you actually recording in the studio?
That was a good experience because that was my first time actually. I've been in the studio with like my cousins because they're rappers and stuff like that. I've been in the studio with them, but that was my very first time actually recording and laying tracks in the actual studio. So
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty cool because I've seen them do it, so I kind of like, okay, well, this is what I put my headphones on and listen to the music and be ready to jump in when you're supposed to jump in. And you know, Claude was a music director. You know, he make sure that we was on point, make sure that he was, you know, guiding us and telling us how he wanted. If we hit a note that he felt should be higher or lower, he would, you know, give us a direction on which way we should go. So it kind of just it went. We did it.
Yes. I want to give the people a little sneak peek into behind the scenes. So Ronza actually had two daddies in this movie. Um,
I did. I did.
so we actually the scene where Ronza is in the church. Shout out to Reggie Freeman. The scene to where Ronza was in the church. Uh, part of those shots were what he shot the first time. And so it's a mixture of what he shot the first time and the second time. I mean, you could, I mean, I can tell the difference. Obviously, I filmed it and I, you know, put it together.
You filmed it and
But
you wrote it and edited it. So
right. But you know, to the naked eye, you know, you probably can't really tell. But yeah, I just wanted people to know, like Ronza, there was actually another actor playing that part. For some reason, scheduling didn't work out, even though scheduling was way in advance. People knew when we were supposed to film, way in advance.
Right.
But this actor could not come the other days for some strange reason. And Reggie again. This is what I love about Reggie. Reggie always stay on ready. Reggie be ready to go, and I appreciate that about him. So Reggie, because this is the thing, I didn't want Reggie to play that part originally because Reggie had already played a preacher on Brotherhood. Like he was already, you know, he was a minister on Brotherhood, and I already wanted him for Pastor Thorne 2 for the bishop. You know, even though we were shooting that later, I already wanted him for that part. So I was like, I don't want to put him in another preacher role again. But
He
you know,
stepped in and did it
he,
though.
he did. He stepped in, and like I said, y'all's chemistry together in that scene was. I was okay. Yeah, Reggie's supposed to play this part. I mean, you know, hands down. So
He was
it was,
supposed to.
yeah.
Because that other fellow was just like off. Like, sir, why are you here?
See, I wasn't going down that road. See, you,
Hey.
I wasn't.
You wasn't in the because you wasn't in the scene with him. I was. I'm like, okay. All right. Are we gonna do this today?
You crazy.
So
You
when
crazy.
Reggie came, it just flowed like it was supposed to flow.
Yeah. Nah, that was a good scene. You and Reggie definitely have great, and like I said, everybody in that cast definitely great chemistry with each other as a group, and also with the individual scene partners that they were with. So definitely for sure. Okay, now we can go to the very Merry New Year. Now we can hit that.
Okay.
Why is that one of your favorite projects?
When you called me, you remember you called me and told me about that project. I was like, well, who all's in it? You know, it's almost like that. Well, when somebody asks you to meet them somewhere or come somewhere, you want to ask, well, who all over there?
Right.
Because you said, yeah, you said I'd already selected all of the cast. I was like, well, who all in it? When you start naming the cast, this was before I even knew what role I was playing. I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I said this is about to be a whole Lyons Den, Lovers Lane reunion because everybody that you named, I had already, with the exception of a couple of people, I had already worked with. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be probably a good reunion project. It's gonna be fun. So it was definitely fun. A lot of hey, check out the behind the scenes on YouTube for Very Merry New Year if you want to see some of the shenanigans that took place while we were filming that project. But we had a good time filming that project. The chemistry was like automatic.
Yeah.
For all the actors. It was automatic.
Yeah.
And I didn't know y'all was outside behind and y'all had another behind the scenes coaching another actor on how to be in a scene with me. I said, y'all ain't right.
Who's y'all? It wasn't me.
Shatar, that she said we had to get him right for your scene because we already knew that was gonna be a tough scene. So he needed some coaching on how to be in it with you. I was like, so y'all behind the scenes, down there, downstairs, coaching another person on how to be in a scene with me. I was like, okay, all right. But he killed it though. He killed it. He did. He did a great job. He
Oh, and
did a great job. He did a great
I
job.
definitely want to talk about that. But I want to shout out Kevin real quick. He's the reason why we have behind the scenes on that. He did a whole vlog on it. So y'all go to his YouTube page. I can't think of the name of it right now, but if y'all just type in Kevin J. Stone, you go there and it'll pop up. Definitely. Yeah, man. Very Man New Year
Yo,
was.
you can just type in a Very New Year behind the scenes. It'll come up.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's what's up. But yeah, man, that was a I've spoken on this already. It was definitely a dope experience. And as I said, I did enjoy myself. I didn't have fun because, I'm in producer mode trying to make sure we only had a few days to be there. So I wanted to make sure we got everything done that we were supposed to do. But overall, it was a good experience. It was a good experience. There's some things, of course, that
was long.
Yeah.
That first day of filming, woo. Oh. That was a long day.
It was.
Geez.
But like I said, man, we got everything done. What I appreciated about everybody was everybody knew what we were there to do, and and everybody got the job done. And everybody that I've talked to, they said that was one of the most enjoyable experiences that they've had. And that's my whole goal is when we all are working with me, I want to make sure that we're gonna work now. We're gonna work. That's what we came here to do. But at the same time, I want to make sure that it's still an enjoyable experience. Even if I have to sacrifice my good time, I want to make sure that everybody else is still enjoying the experience of what we do. So yeah, like I said, yeah. So originally, people, the role that Ronza had, he wasn't supposed to have that part. He actually originally had Arthur's part, and another actor had Ronza's part, and the actor that Ronza actually plays, he couldn't do it anymore. So I said, Ronza, I need you to swap. I need you to now play this part.
Now what now? So I had to learn. I had to stop learning what I was learning to learn something else.
Yeah, I said I need you to swap. But honestly, this was the first time. This was the first time I really. This I was shocked. I'm gonna say I was shocked on this one. When you were preaching, this one I was like, oh,
okay.
This man was in the church for real. Because I knew you always said that you were in the church, but I didn't really believe you like that. But no, I was like, oh, he ain't playing.
You didn't believe me like
No, I didn't believe you like that. I didn't believe you like that. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not believe you like that. But when you got up there,
I'm a DK Carlton. I'm a deacon kid.
When you got up there and did that first preaching scene, I said, "Oh, this man know what he's doing. This man really been in church for real."
Oh yeah, gonna bring a word now.
I loved it. Now that, like I said, that I would say I was. I would say I was shocked. We'll use the shock word for that one.
Okay. You thought I was just a drink master? He don't know nothing about no church.
I said, let me see if I can stretch him real quick. I ain't stretched nothing. I ain't stretched out now nothing.
So we gonna get you. We gonna bring a word now.
Oh yeah, he brought it. He definitely brought it. But yeah, shout out to Arthur again. Like I said, he came in again. He got the script. Same situation as you before. He got the script like last minute because again he was a replacement. He was actually a replacement of a replacement. And I gotta shout out my guy. I gotta shout out my guy Deontay Bolden. Deontay actually was the one that referred Arthur to me. But yeah, Arthur came in and killed. I didn't know he lived in
Okay.
Augusta or North, in the Augusta area. So he
Mhm.
came in and killed it. And that scene that y'all did outside,
Oh
baby,
yeah.
listen, y'all, both of y'all brought that. Y'all brought
That
that.
was the scene.
Yes. And
Oh yeah.
then when that tear,
That tear came. I couldn't wait for you to say cut. I was like, I
man, I
was
was
like, not the tear.
listen, I was like, I said, whoo. And it was crazy because again, the scene was meant to be powerful because I mean, it was a lot of stuff that was said and the emotions were
Right.
there, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that. I was like,
Yeah. He
sheesh.
told me, he, he said, Carlin said that this is going to be a powerful scene. Let me just tell you something about Ronza. Don't be looking for no little last words because you're not going to get them. He said, well, what is it? He said, you just got to be ready. So I guess that's when Shatara them took him and downstairs and whatever they did, he delivered.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He delivered.
I really am looking forward to doing the VPN chat with Arthur because I want to know what place he went to really, get there. I know a lot of people, some people can cry, some people can just cry at a drop of a dime. I can't do that at all. I definitely can't.
I can't.
But
It takes me a minute.
yeah, I'm really curious to know where he went. If he doesn't mind sharing, I'm really curious to know where he went because that did something to me.
And
I
it was
was
like,
like,
and it was like it was like perfect,
mm-hmm,
on cue. It was like somebody had directed the tear. It's just like as soon as he said it, it just started rolling down his face. I was like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That was
I don't
one of
know
the
where
most that was one of the most memorable scenes. That was it. That was definitely dope.
it was
Um,
like it was like he said action to the tear, and the tear was ready. Tear was like, oh, my cue. So I was like, oh wow. I was like, yeah, come on,
yeah,
tear.
yeah, definitely, definitely, man. That was definitely everything. Is there anything else that you liked from the film, like either the production or the film itself? Like, because again, you said that was one of your favorite move projects. So, like, what?
A very, very I love, you know what I like the ending when Mary saw us having her memorial service and she
Hmm.
appeared, then she vanished away. I thought that was really, really cool. I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. I was like, come on, Carlton, got people vanishing out the way. That's what I
No, no. Speaking of, so I actually watched that film recently. Um, the part when Monica dumped the ashes out, and I was like, I said, look at Shay. Shay about to laugh. I said, look at Shatara. She about to laugh. She kept it together though, but she was about to laugh because the way Monica threw it, it was like I know because I was again. Y'all were up there. I was down at
right.
and it was raining that day. So so
And the
they
wind was blowing
and the
too.
wind was
I
blowing.
thought they was gonna fly back up.
That was
The
a
way she
man,
dumped them, I thought they was gonna fly back over. I was like you supposed to pour. She just
she
tried to
just
toss him, I think.
right. She just
Right,
tossed
right.
it. I was like, yeah, but I was like, y'all, we're not gonna shoot this again. So I was like, yeah, just but
Yeah,
but
I already told her, make it good, because it's the only ones I got.
yeah, exactly. But y'all kept it together. Everybody kept it together. But it was so funny because I watched and I looked at Shay's face and I said, she about to
She
laugh.
was about to, she was about to lose it.
She was about to lose it.
She was about to lose it.
She was about to lose it. But yeah, that was funny. I want to talk about too with that movie because again, I'm gonna say this. Now there ain't no if on this one. There will not be a part two of Very Very New Year. I mean, Mary's dead. So there's no.
Oh, it wasn't meant to be a part two.
Yeah, there's not
It
gonna be.
wasn't
No,
meant to be a part
it
two.
wasn't. It wasn't. But you know, people still be like, "Where's
Yeah.
part two? Where's part two at?" No, that's not happening. But it's funny.
They think this is the best. They think this is the best man. Is that what they want? A
I
best
guess.
man 2, a best man 3. No, I mean, A Very Merry New Year ended like it was supposed to end. I mean, what they want us to come back and run the company or something?
But see, and that's why I was going with it, because it's, again, it was a running joke that if it was a second one, you had a particular synopsis of what would happen if there was a second with Mary's company. Can you please tell the people what will happen? Because in the movie, Mary gave all her friends shares, and they are board, they're board members of the company or whatever. So basically, they're running the company or whatever, blah. So what, Ronza Bee? Let's put Ronza Bee in the writer's chair right now.
First order of business. We voting that girl. We voting her out.
And that girl he's talking about, Nikki, who's played by my friend Nicole Williams, who killed that part, by the way. She killed it. But
she did a
you
great
said
job.
your first order of business is to vote Nikki out.
Vote her out. You're not a friend, and since you were not a true friend, you don't need to be part of the company. She got to go. and then had the audacity to show up to the funeral.
She want to say goodbye.
Well, she better be glad Shay's character didn't want to disrespect Mary's services, because she was about to handle like, you might want to get out the kitchen. Knives in this kitchen. Get out the kitchen. But that was a pretty cool movie. I still watch it from time to time. Every year for Christmas, I put it on.
Yeah, it's yeah. I can watch it now because, yeah, there was one. They didn't send the correct edit, so there's one little.
Which one?
A Very Merry New Year. They didn't send the correct edit, so there's one little faux pas. But of course I catch it. So Janika caught it too, though.
Of course you catch it.
But Janika caught it too, though. Janika actually was the one that brought it to my attention. I was like, oh, okay, we need to change that. But it's out there now, so it is what it is. I have the correct. I have the correct version, but it's like I said, it's nothing major, but it's still like So I can.
Is it a continuity? Is it a continuity issue?
It's not necessarily a continuity issue, but basically a wrong name was said, and I didn't catch it until after, and so yeah. But again, it's not terribly a big issue, but again, just the perfectionist in me. I'm just like, no, that's not right. So
you have to really be paying attention.
You
can't
do
be multitasking, otherwise you'd miss it. You'd miss it. And we had fun in the poker scene was funny too.
Yeah, y'all was all doing push-ups beforehand. Everybody was on the floor doing push-ups and sit-ups and stuff.
Carlton be wanting us to not have clothes on. They be trying to feed us. We can't be on camera looking like that. Camera already gonna add some pounds, Carlton.
Because what you're not gonna do is complain to people telling something Carlton didn't feed you, so therefore there's food there. Well, that's what y'all not gonna do is go on top.
We got to wait.
I understand that. I
got to wait. Stomachs be growling. Look, stomachs be growling and everything. Listen, y'all better eat. No, we still got that scene to do.
Okay, I just want the record to be clear, because like I said, yeah, exactly. Food be there. These jokers just don't eat. That's what it is. That's what it is. So
we do eat. We eat after the scene where if we got to show some skin. You can't be showing skin and all of it if your skin ain't together because you didn't ate. because you know the camera gonna already gonna increase it anyway. So you can't be out there looking like oh damn, I need to again. I should get some more push-ups. I shouldn't have ate that last cookie before we filmed that scene. You don't want that type of moment.
Oh, oh man. Is there anything else
So
that go ahead.
so
Go ahead.
we have no problem with waiting, huh?
No, go
What
ahead.
question?
No, go ahead.
I said we have no problem with waiting to eat. Because we
Oh,
already know we're gonna eat. We just have to wait. But
oh
once you
man.
say we a wrap or we finished with certain things, we into the food.
Oh man. Is there anything else that you want to discuss that I may have missed? Or is there anything else that you want to say to the people out there that are watching or listening?
I will mention my part in Peace Be Still. I had a small part in Peace Be Still, but Peace Be Still was my show. That was my
Yeah,
show.
yeah. That's another
Yeah.
one that Ronza will sing. That's another one. So
And then Trey hits in SistAhood. What happened
yeah.
to Trey? He ain't into.
No, Trey's not into. I mean, yeah. I don't have an explanation.
Trey, he was cutting up too bad in one.
I will say he is mentioned.
He's
He is,
mentioned. Okay,
he
cool,
is
cool,
mentioned
cool.
in the
At least
second one.
he gets an honorable mention.
He
That's
gets a
cool,
mention.
cool,
He gets
cool.
a mention, but yeah, no, he's not into. But yeah, because I feel like, well, if Sisterhood would have been, but if Sisterhood would have continued as a series, I feel like Trey would have came back. Um, as far as
Mhm.
showing, especially with all the corruptness happening in the music industry now, I feel like that would have definitely been a good story to tell of that character. But because
Mhm.
it's a film, and also too, again, I'm wrapping up everything. I was like, that's a
You
whole
wrapping up everything.
that's a whole different storyline that could take forever. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: Sisterhood 2 is
Right.
already 2 hours, 2 hours and 22 minutes, I think. So
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a monster. So I mean, that storyline, yeah, it's too that storyline is too important to just shove in there, and then so yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So with that
Yeah.
being said, like I said, Trey is definitely he is mentioned.
Well, good. Trey get an honorable mention.
um,
but, ne- but but definitely shout out to you, Carlton, for creating a space where we can showcase our talents. Because of you, I got films streaming on platforms and all that good stuff. So definitely, you doing it. I know you done the R word, but I like I said, we gonna pray. Even if you come back, you don't have to be as hard as you were earlier, but just give the people a little love every now and then. And definitely wish you well, because I mean, we celebrated your 20 years, 20
yes,
years in the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Definitely, I had to come down and support you on that. That was pretty cool. Milestones are always good. And like I said, you got your new endeavors going on. Definitely praying all those are going well for you, and wish you much success on that as well.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. And of course, not to gloss over the 20th, but I definitely that was a time to be had. I definitely appreciate everybody that showed up. I definitely, of course, appreciate you for coming all the way from sunny California to be there, man. Like I said, that meant a lot. I definitely appreciate it, man. I hope that you all had a great time. It was for me,
I did.
yeah, for me, it's always cool to see everybody together. And again, I love big
Oh
pictures,
yeah.
and I look at that big picture often. I look at it, I'm just like, this is what I want. This is what I wanted, to get everybody together
Right.
that I've had the privilege of working with in one
And
space.
you've worked with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You've worked with a lot of people, so you have opened the door and given a lot of people an opportunity to showcase their talent. So that's definitely big ups to you on that. Because when I saw all the people coming up there, and there was people missing, so when even the people that were actually there, I said, "Wow, a lot of people done work with Carlton." So definitely, it's good stuff.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it for sure. I'm looking forward to coming to LA soon. Definitely. I guess we got to get back
Let
out
me know.
there. Yeah.
And I have to tell people, when you come, make sure I'm in town.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because you know I'll be gone.
Ronza be gone. Ronza be gone. Yes.
I got a friend of mine, she called me the other day, said she's coming out here for a conference. I said, I don't think I'm gonna be there that weekend, but I have fun.
Oh man. So I told Kiara we're gonna do later on down the line, we're gonna do another VPN chat, because me and her, we were going to talk about the Hopper Awards, but I said no, that's a whole different pod. We gotta. So I said we are going to.
That's a whole pod by itself.
Yeah, exactly. So I said I'm gonna get all of us together. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna do a podcast on that, because we have to talk about that.
Right.
That was an experience. That was an experience. And you could,
and then you said they're going to Tanzania this year?
Huh?
You said they're going to Tanzania this year?
I said that's a whole different podcast. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Okay.
That's
I'll hold my peace.
Hold it. Hold it. Oh man, but all right, everybody.
I will hold my peace on that one.
Yes, definitely. Please hold it, because like I said, we got to talk about that. But I got to get everybody in place so we can talk about it for sure. But all right, everybody, that is it for this VPN chat. Ronza, thank you again for talking with us. We definitely appreciate you.
No problem, man.
Yes,
definitely. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. No problem. Thank you. And all right, everybody, that is it. I am Carlton C. Clay, and this has been VPN Chat. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.